and welcome. It's me, Marls44. Welcome back to another Cardfight Vanguard, Cardfight area, deck profile. Today's deck profile, we have the Divine World Beast. That will eat your soul. Well, actually, it'll eat its own soul. Ha ha ha, get it? Because it's Genesis. Divine World Beast, Fenrir. Yeah, so that was bad, but anyways, with the release of GBTO 4, I believe, yes, that sounds right. You know, Genesis has some, I almost said Legion, no, Stride support, and it's pretty strong. It's a lot of fun to play, and just a great deck all around. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So, our starter is Leather Warning Leyding. What she does is G-Break 1, put this into your unit in your soul, choose one of your Vanguards, and until end of turn, it gets auto once per turn when a card not named, Leyding, is put into the drop zone from your soul. Call that card to rearguard. So you basically trade this card in for something you soul charge. So you know when you soul charge stuff, when you play this deck, and you soul charge stuff that you want, you can fix that problem once you soul blast it, just by, well, getting it back. Which is honestly really, really nice, because it's just so helpful. Because I found that a lot when I was playing Genesis. I always found, you know, I soul charge stuff that I won, and I'd be like, ah, great. But you could get it back, with this card, thankfully. It's only one card, but still, it can make all the difference. So, it's a big deal. I mean, there's times you soul charge so many of your, like, grade 2s or grade 1s, you don't have boosters, or you don't have front rows, and you're like, what? So, yeah. Anyways, moving on to our grade 3s, we got 4 of the new card, Divine World Beast Fenrir. So, what she does is G-Break 2, Soul Blast 3. When this unit attacks Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, until end of the battle, this unit get Crit +1, and your opponent cannot call grade 1 or greater units from their hand to Guardian Circle. So it gets a glory effect on top of a crit. Pretty crazy. Pretty strong. And its other skills, during your turn, when your G unit stride, soul charge 3, choose one of your Vanguards, and until end of turn, it gets auto once per turn, counter +1 when a card is put into the drop zone from your soul. You may pay the cost. If you do, call that card to rearguard. So that's really handy too, because on top of the fact that your starter does that, you know, you can get cards that you need, thanks to your G-Break, sorry, not G-Break, thanks to your stride skill, which is really big as well. So yeah, like, you know, you can easily get some pluses with this card, and it's really handy, and it's very strong with the deck. And then we have 4 Cosmic Regalia CEO of Yggdrasil. Now, there's no other great starter, back of Vanguard to play with it, but Yggdrasil is really good because you can easily, you know, soul charge some Regalia stuff you have, so you might as well play this. And on top of the fact, she's actually really good for ending games with her, you know, Soul Blast 6 and stuff. So if you don't end games with your Stride unit, she can end the game for you, which is good. I mean, you have some Stride units that can, but, you know, she does the work for you too. She'll also make sure that you don't deck out, which is really important in Genesis, like insanely important, because it's very easy to deck out with how much soul you with how much you soul charge and everything, so it's definitely big as well. So this is honestly I didn't say there was anything great, I meant anything else, but this is a really, really good card that combos with this deck. This is a really good back of Vanguard, finishing Vanguard type thing. So, very strong, still very strong actually. Sorry, said that 3 times. Anyways, on to our grade 2s, we have 4 Unappeasable Devourer Gleipnir. I hope I said that right. What she does is G-Break 1, Counterblast 1 when this unit attacks Vanguard. If this unit is boosted, you pay the cost. If you do, Soul Charge 3. Then, if a card was put into the drop zone from your soul during that turn, you get to draw a card. So, she helps you get, you know, Soul Charge stuff. And then on top of it, she helps you get pluses too. So, she's really awesome for that. Like, she's incredible. And then we have 4 Regalia of Twilight. Hesperis. What she does is when this card's put into the drop zone from your choose your Vanguard, and until end of turn it gets auto. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, you choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. That's really big as well, because there are some annoying cards that could bug you with, how this deck works. There are some annoying cards that could bug you, and also, I mean, you do get quite a bit of pluses, so being to retire on top of that is very, very nice and very strong. And, I mean, she has Regalia in her name, too, so that's pretty handy, too. And then we have 3 Regalia of Fate Norn. We only run 3 because she really only works when you have Yggdrasil as your Vanguard. So, like, the end of the game, of course, if you have to ride Yggdrasil at the beginning, sorry if I always pronounce it wrong, but that's how I pronounce it. That kind of sucks, but normally you finish the game with Yggdrasil, so you don't normally have to have too many of her. So 3 is perfectly fine to make sure you get to, Legion with her and everything. But on top of it, you don't need too many, so 4 is too much. Alright, on to our good ones. We have 4 of the damage Unflipper Perfect Guard. Goddess of Decline Hell. She looks pretty badass, honestly. And then we have 4 Divine World Beast Skoll. Skoll searches for Fenrir, which is nice, and also is your Stride Enabler. And then we have 4 of a pretty strong card that's ridiculous, especially on the turns where you Soul Blast. Well, that's when he's ridiculous. Divine World Beast Hati. What he does is G-Break 1. When a card is put into the drop zone from your soul, this unit gets plus 1k until end of turn. So this deck's all about either Soul Blasting 3 or 6. So if you Soul Blast 3, he's a 10k booster. If you Soul Blast 6, he's a 13k booster. So it's huge. You can hit the, over 20k whenever, pretty much almost whenever you boost with him. So it's pretty awesome. Really is. Especially with some other cards that you can combo with too, to increase power. And then we have 2 Exorcism Regalia Shiny Angel. So what she does is, when this unit is placed on rear guard circle, choose up to 3 cards from your drop zone with Regalia in its card name, and you put them in your soul. Oh wait, I already explained. 1 second. Okay, and then we have 2 Exorcism Regalia Shiny Angel. So we just play 2 of her. We basically want to use her once per game. She'll just put your Regalia cards back, into your soul, up to 3, of course. I mean, you have 21 Regalia cards in your deck, so excluding 1 when you call it, that's 20 cards, and all you need is 3 of those 20 cards in the drop zone. So that's not too difficult. I mean, it's a nice card to just help you put cards back in soul, basically. That's all it is. From your drop zone, I mean. So she's just nice for that. Hopefully we get a better card to put cards in soul, but for now, she's still pretty good, and especially with what we have to do to mix Yggdrasil with, Fenrir, it works out perfectly, especially since half of the cards are Regalia cards, so it works. Anyways, and I mean, normally with her, most of the time I do get to soul charge at least 2. I never soul charge 1 or less. It's always 2 or 3 cards I get to soul charge with her skill. In this deck, with having, it's 21 Regalia cards, but you have to exclude her because she's the one you're calling. So that's 20 cards that are possible to be in the drop zone when you call her. So that's, and I normally get 2 or 3. 2's normal, but normally I don't need more than that. But yeah, just really nice card to just help refill your soul, basically. And then we have 4 Battle Maiden Kukurihime, 4 Far Sight Regalia Clear Angel. Unfortunately, there's only 1 Regalia crit trigger. Hopefully we got more. And then 4 Lemon Witch Limonccino. So 12 crit, of course, with the pluses you get, and because you can easily deck out fast with draws, so you can't play draws. And then we have 4 Regalia of Benevolence. Ear. So 4 heal. So 12 crit, 4 heal. Moving on to our stride units, we have 4 of the big beast, destruction deity beast, Vanguard. Ooh. No, wait, that's not Vanguard. It says Vanargandr. Thought it said Vanguard for a second. Wow, I'm... Okay. Vanargandr. Okay, so what he does is G-Break 2, Soul Blast X, and choose a face-down card, name this card, flip it face up. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do it until end of turn, this unit gets auto Vanguard at the beginning of your drive step. Look at 4 cards from the top of your deck, search for up to 4 cards from among them, put them on top of your deck in any order, and put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. So basically, if there's cards that you don't want on top of the deck, you just put them at the bottom. And if there's cards you want at the top of the deck, you just put them any order. So you basically get to stack 4 cards, however you want them, at the bottom or top, or just one spot. That's honestly really good, especially because of the fact you know the trouble it is. You know how much trouble it is when you soul charge triggers and everything. So that's really awesome because you can just easily get triggers due to that skill. And honestly, it just really helps, especially if you've legioned and put some triggers back into the deck too, and maybe your deck's kind of thin. Got a lot of triggers in there, 4 triggers in a row. Oh boy! Put the heal at the bottom so you don't drive check it. Drive check it. Take the damage. Drive check it. Oh, 6 damage. Heal trigger. Oh, yeah. So 4 of these guys, really strong. We have 2 Archangel Dombrace, sorry. What he does is once per turn, you Soul Blast 3, choose up 2 of your rear guards. Those unit gets power plus 5,000 until end of turn. Then if the number of cards in your soul is 2 or less, you Soul Charge 3. So you basically get the cards that you lost in the soul, and you get to give 2 cards plus 5k to, you know, beat up some people. Just to get power-ups. On top of the fact that you'll have a 10k booster, and maybe even multiple 10k boosters. Remember the grade 1. So he's just really nice with the deck early on. Normally he's my first ride. There's another card I could ride first, but normally it's him because I don't need the other card. The other card's kind of optional that I play 1 of. And speaking of that one Goddess of the Skies, Dione. What she does is Soul Blast 3. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, search for 1 card among them, put them in your hand, and put the rest into your soul. So she's really nice, because when you do need to, it depends. When you need to build up the soul, you could use her. Of course, normally I don't need her, but there are times I've found I need her. You know, you get a plus to your hand, and you get to put the other 2 cards in your soul. Of course, that means you lose 1 card in the soul, but she kind of gets you a plus. Whereas the other guy's more pressure type thing. So it's just different scenarios. I prefer the other guy, but definitely got to run one of these just in case you need it for a plus or something. So both definitely good cards, that's for sure. And then we run 1 Blizza, of course, the game ender of domination. Alright, so that's about it for this deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next time. If you guys want to see more videos from me, on the left there are Let's Play videos, so you can go and check those out. And if you guys aren't up for that, on the right there are Cardfight Vanguard videos, so you can go and check that out. And if you're still not up for those, I have Super Smash Bros, Pokemon, and a Versus series on my channel, so you can go to my channel and check that out. Also, down below is my review channel, where I do reviews, countdowns, game chats, which is like a podcast, and more. And don't forget to check out my Twitter, Facebook, and Skype, all listed at the top there. That is all. Hope you guys enjoy.